Please be seated for the Pro-Chancellor of the University of Lincoln.
It is my great pleasure and privilege as Pro-Chancellor of the University of Lincoln to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony. Welcome first all our guests, here to celebrate the achievements of your children, grandchildren, family and friends. Welcome to the friends of the university, whose steady support over the years has helped to build its success. Welcome to my colleagues, the staff of the university, through whose efforts the university is what it is today. And finally, and particularly, welcome to our graduates, for whom this ceremony marks the culmination of years of hard work and study, and we hope a little bit of fun too. This is a very special occasion for all of us as we come together to recognize and celebrate your work and achievements. I hope you enjoy the ceremony and remember it always with immense pride and profound satisfaction.
The Very Reverend Christine Wilson, Dean of Lincoln Cathedral, will offer congregation her welcome.
Good morning and welcome on behalf of the Cathedral community. This is an amazing and sacred building, and it's testimony to the capacity of the human spirit to reach extraordinary heights of creativity, innovation, and great effort. So what better backdrop for you as you come today to receive your awards? This has been a place of history-making for more than 9 centuries, a seat of learning and of a place of rites of passage. So it's an honor for us to share with you and your colleagues and loved ones as you each contribute your moment of making a little bit more of the history and celebration of this place. And as we begin, I offer a prayer for all our graduands. God of wonder and creativity, we give you thanks for all the talent and potential represented here today, for hard work rewarded, cherished memories of student days, friendships forged and love shared. As these graduates step forth today into new careers and opportunities, may God guide and bless you all in your endeavors, inspire you to fulfill your hopes and dreams, and to make a difference and contribute to the life we share together for the good of all. Amen.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lincoln, Professor Andrew Hunter, will address congregation.
Pro-Chancellor, honoured guests, friends, graduands and families, welcome to graduation, the most important occasion in the university's calendar. I'm grateful to the chapter for their support for the university and for enabling us to congregate today in this magnificent setting. We have a unique partnership which includes working together to research the wonderful medieval library in the Cathedral, a seat of worship and learning for nearly 1,000 years. Now, this is a special day for the entire congregation, but particularly for you, our graduands. It marks a fundamental transition in your lives. You enter the Cathedral as graduands, but you will leave as graduates of the University of Lincoln. This is your day, and we are delighted to celebrate it with you. Now, although this is a serious occasion, it need not be solemn. So if you wish to clap or cheer your friends and loved ones as they walk across the stage, or even whoop, please feel free. None of us achieves anything truly worthwhile in this life without the forbearance, encouragement, and support of others, friends, families, and loved ones. and I know you will wish to express your gratitude. So, can I ask all the graduates to stand up, turn around, and show your appreciation with a round of applause. You can turn around again now, thank you. At Lincoln, we pride ourselves on the excellence of the education we provide to our students and on our close cooperation with student representatives and the Student Union in continuous improvement. We are consistently recognised in national surveys for the quality of the education we provide. This year, we were rated 8th nationally among over 150 higher education institutions in the National Student Satisfaction Survey, and we were rated 22nd in the Guardian University League tables. All this is a testament to the hard work of our lecturers and professional staff, and I hope you'll all join me now in thanking them for their encouragement and enthusiasm in helping you through your studies. Thank you all. At the University of Lincoln, we believe that university education is about acquiring the social and intellectual skills to contribute effectively to society. We need citizens of character who can challenge conventional wisdom and help to build a successful and inclusive community. The student experience at Lincoln has equipped you very well to play this role. Our graduates have learned through their studies how to appraise information, absorbing the wisdom of respected scholars, how to critique, synthesize, and extend what they have learned, finding their own unique intellectual voice, and how to combine their individual drive and ambition with effective teamwork and empathy for others. Lincoln graduates are recognized nationally for their success rate. 95% of our graduates are in employment or further education 6 months after graduating, and the university will do all it can to support your future careers. Many of you will be going on to further study with us later this month as postgraduates, and we look forward to welcoming you back. If you have not yet decided what you're going to do in the future, staff from our careers service are on hand today to offer advice and help. They remain available throughout your working life to provide continuous support in your career development. Remember, you are always part of the University of Lincoln's community, your alma mater, so please stay in touch and make use of the invaluable networking opportunities we can provide. The profile of the university has been raised nationally by a very successful year. In collaboration with the University of Nottingham, the university has secured approval from the government to open a new medical school, one of only 5 new schools in the country. The medical school will begin admitting students next September and will train young clinicians, many of whom will ultimately join our local health services as general practitioners and hospital doctors, serving the critical needs of our community. The founding of the medical school is a very public symbol of the strengthening profile and reputation of your university. This year also saw the opening of the Sarah Swift Building, the new home for the Schools of Psychology and Health and Social Care, with fabulous new teaching and research facilities, including state-of-the-art clinical suites and the launch of our new paramedic science program. We have also just launched a new Master of Arts course in creative writing and publishing, a unique collaborative venture with The Guardian, which will include masterclasses from acclaimed authors, including the poet laureate, Carol Ann Duffy. As we have grown, we've been immensely fortunate to attract and retain staff of the very highest quality across the university. It's been their commitment, supported by dedicated members of the Board of Governors, which has created the strong financial and academic foundations that the university enjoys today. We can now look forward to even greater recognition as a world-class university in the years ahead. It is from this thriving academic home that you now set forward as graduates on the next stage of your lives and careers. Now, I can find no better parting words than those of Alfred Lord Tennyson, whose statue stands in the grounds of this cathedral for those setting out on the voyage of life, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Good luck to you all, and thank you. By the authority vested in me by the Academic Board, I am pleased to confer upon you all the awards to which you are entitled.
Professor Jason Whitaker, Head of School, will present graduates from the School of English and Journalism who are receiving their awards this morning.
Pro-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduates receiving research awards from the School of English and Journalism. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in English. For their thesis, Gothic Literary Travel and Tourism, Alex Bevan. For their thesis, Environmental Reporting to an Exceptional Form of Journalism in China, Lin Song. Pro-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduates receiving first awards from the School of English and Journalism. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in English. Matthew John Adden. Adshawa Victoria Yaji. Gamali Asmerali. Jessica Barker. Faith Bartle. Kieran Bates. Zoe Linda Marie Bellani. Molly May Booton. Holly Campbell Drew. Keely Ann Channing. Abby Joy Charnock. John Charles Christodoulou. Rebecca Jelena Coleman. Sarah Cook. Madeline Cooper. Lucia Coxon. Georgia Crabtree. Abigail May Davis. Alison Jane Dilly. Caitlin Marie Doherty. Chloe Louise Easton. Molly Helen Ellison. Daniel James Evans. Shannon Elizabeth Furby. Lydia Francis Fox. Emily Elizabeth Goodwin. Eleanor Grants. Katrina Siobhan Gregory. Kate Hart. Carrie Haslam. Danielle Christie Hazard. Josie Hindle. Ellis Elizabeth Holton. Charlotte Emily Hutton. Bethany Inglis. Fergus Jeffs. Sophie Alexandra Jones. Rebecca Elizabeth Konecki. Taylor Kearney. Eleanor Joan Kirby. Victoria Knox. Eleanor Jane Cratchik. Alexandra Lavoga. Heather Lowry. Erin Mann. Charlotte March. Helen Maynard. Sophie Beth McMillan. Jessica Munn. Fleur Monroe. Sophie Catherine Niblett. Michaela Ormrod. Joshua Palmer. Chloe Harriet Peck. Alice Pickup. Aubrey Powell. Caitlin Ann Powell. Luke Powell. Hannah Purton. Nicole Louise Roberts. Jessica Rose Robinson. Max Robinson. Eleanor Beth Rose. Camille Saeed. Bradley Sargent. Emma Shepherd. Holly Shepherd. Isabel Faye Slater. Rhiannon Alice Smedley. Amelia Smith. Sophie Marie Sridharan. Gina Stacy. Curtis Stern. Chelsea Stock. Lauren Elise Till. Nicole Tuvey. Holly Beth Truman. Caris Tyson. Amy Wadsworth. Alice Walker. Katie Louise Wilesmith. Erin Francesca White. Jessica Williams. Kennedy Wilson Park. George Wolstenholme. Emma Louise Woodhead. Luke Woodward. Laura Sophie Wybrow. Emma York. Degree of Bachelor of Arts in English. Alexandra Louise Beattie. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in English and History. Aman Panasar. James Ridley. Maisie Smith. Jessica Caroline Weaver. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in English and History Studies. Stephanie Heather Beattie. Claire Bower. Victoria Brock. Charlotte Cooney. Thomas Edenbrow. Bethany Green. Rebecca Holloway. Rahela Khan. Michelle Oliver. Hayley Jane Watts-Robinson. Cheryl Louise Jane Smith. Natalie Terrace. Tony Marie Turney. Kaylee Wells. Daniel Anthony Winter. Fiona Wardley. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in English and Journalism. Eleanor Francis Allen. Chloe Maria Brown. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Journalism. Rebecca Adeyeya. Benjamin Ayres. Thomas Burley. Louise Margaret Brooks. Hannah Louise Brown. Gaia Casamagnano. Tobias Chapman. Krishna Cherry Chawan. Emma Clark. Connor Crean. Megan Rose Dobson White. Alex Douglas. Sophie Bellimer Douglas. Jack Driver. It's a J Driver. Ines Enslin. That concludes the first part of the presentation of awards.
We call upon Kathy Thomas, Head of School, to introduce to congregation Georgie Twigg, who is today receiving the award Doctor of the University Honoris Causa.
Pro-Chancellor, honoured guests, graduates, I'm pleased to present to you Georgina Twigg, on whom the governing body has agreed to confer an honorary doctor of the university. Today, Georgie is being recognised for her achievements in hockey. Always an enthusiastic participant in sport, Georgie played hockey from the age of 7. Her initial involvement was at St Mary's School in Lincoln, and then Lincoln Hockey Club. And as a 13-year-old, my colleagues can remember Georgie, a talented teenager, coming into the university for fitness assessments. Georgie progressed through school, county, regional, and international ranks. She played for England at all age groups and gained her first senior England cap in 2010 when she won the bronze medal at the Argentina World Cup. In the same year, it was Georgie's winning goal that secured the Commonwealth Games bronze medal in Delhi. In 2012, in the build-up to the London Olympic Games, Georgie carried the Olympic torch, only to later in the year compete at the age of 21 as the youngest member of the British women's hockey team, winning bronze in front of a home crowd at the Olympic Park. Standout performance in Georgie's career must be her contribution to Great Britain's achievement in the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. Just over 2 years ago, many of you here today, along with millions of other spectators, will have watched with pride the progress of the British women's team. In the semi-finals against New Zealand, Georgie was hit in the face by a fast-moving ball bouncing off a player's stick, but it did not take her long to return to action in the game. Many were in awe of Georgie's bravery. Incredibly, the incident didn't seem to affect her play, and Great Britain's victory sealed a place in the final against the favourites, the Netherlands. Almost 10 million people watched Great Britain's women's hockey team in action in the gold medal match. Watching this game, never mind playing, I experienced tension, joy, and relief. It was an awe-inspiring performance. The final finished 3-3 in normal time. The nation watched anxiously. The BBC delayed the news at 10, and after a tense penalty shootout, Great Britain's women's hockey team became Olympic champions. Exhilaration and joy were mixed emotions from players and spectators alike. Georgie Twigg was part of a history-making women's hockey team. The team demonstrated bravery and extraordinary teamwork. This result was without doubt a game changer for hockey in Britain. England Hockey reported that there were 10,000 more players in hockey clubs immediately after the Rio Games. Georgie's relationship with the university actually began in October 1996, when she was 5 years old. She presented flowers to the Queen during the celebration of the opening of the university. It is pleasing that the university can again celebrate with Georgie. Pro-Chancellor, in the context of these outstanding achievements in the area of hockey, I would like to call on you to confer on Georgina Twigg an honorary doctor of the university from the University of Lincoln.
By the authority vested in me by the university, I am pleased to confer upon you the award of Doctor of the University honoris causa and welcome you amongst us. Congratulations. I'll put that down, ladies and gentlemen. It's now my great pleasure to ask our honoured guest to address us.
Pro-Chancellor, honoured guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for inviting me here today to share in your special day, and thank you for bestowing me with this special honour. Being Lincoln born and bred, this award means a tremendous amount to me, especially having seen the university grow and blossom into the respected and successful institution it is today. As Kathy Thomas mentioned, I presented the flowers to the Queen when they opened the university in 1996, and I was just 5 years old. What she doesn't know is that I had a bit of stage fright just before I went out, and my mother had to bribe me with a very large bar of chocolate. Sadly, that wasn't an offer this morning. I think in the next couple of minutes, I'm meant to give some words of inspiration to you graduates who, having just completed your degrees, now move on to the next chapter of your lives. However, at the age of 27, and having only worked in the real world for 2 years, I thought it'd be more interesting to share with you key moments of mine and the GB women's hockey team's journey towards winning that gold medal out in Rio. So a real key changing moment for me that I still remember vividly was when Danny Kerry, the GB women's senior head coach, rang me asking to go on trial with the senior team that were training towards London 2012. I was studying law at Bristol University at the time, and I can remember exactly where I was on the staircase in my second year house when he called. Subsequently, I was offered a full-time place on the training programme. However, I had a slight dilemma on my hands, in that thanks to lottery funding, the squad were now training full-time at Bisham Abbey, and I still had 1 year left of my law degree to complete. Thankfully, the university allowed me to split my final year over 2 years and do the large majority of my studies remotely. As you can imagine, it wasn't always easy at times, but I actually rather enjoyed having my studies alongside the hockey. It gave me an escape and a balance, which I think I needed when doing two things that were so intense. Now, obviously, Rio is a huge highlight in my career, but for me, London is equally special. I never in a million years expected to get selected for an Olympic Games, so to compete in my home country in front of packed stadiums full of British fans is something that I will never forget. And obviously, winning that bronze medal was an absolute bonus, but more fundamentally, it set our team on a path of belief that we could go out there and do better. So after we won that bronze medal, the group seemed to be on the up, and we were initially doing well. However, 2 years out from Rio, we finished 11th out of 12th in the World Cup, and I can honestly say it was a pretty horrendous time amongst the team. A few things had been bubbling under the surface going into the tournament, and after a couple of losses, we seemed to self-combust as a team. This was not what we were about, and on returning to England, we had a serious, thorough review and debrief process to really try and get to the bottom of everything. Now, without going into too much detail, it was a very emotional and lengthy process, but if we wanted to turn things around and create a medal-winning environment and culture, then we had to have those uncomfortable conversations to really get to the root of all our problems, and most importantly, to learn from them to move forwards. So following that debrief process, we appointed a new psychologist, and again, I could talk for hours about the work that we did with her. But her principal aim was to help us develop our team culture And as a squad, we debated our vision, values, and behaviours, culminating in something that we strongly believed in as a team and used to create a professional but supportive training environment. And one of the sessions we did with our psychologist was, what am I like on a good day and what am I like on a bad day? So every single member of the squad participated in this and had to stand up and explain firstly what it would look like when they were having a good day and what it was like when they were having a bad day. So, for example, what they are thinking, what the signs are that others can recognise, and if there are any triggers that people can be aware of. Come the Olympic Games, we would be playing in the most high-pressurised environment, and therefore knowing your teammates inside out, recognising when someone might be low in confidence or what their defaults are when they're tired, those small percentages can make all the difference. Rio was going to be a real physical challenge. To put that in a bit of context, each of the 15 outfield players cover on average 9 to 10 kilometres per game at high neck speed, the same distance as an average Premier League footballer. However, there the similarity ends. To win the tournament, we would have to play 8 games in 13 days. So our coach certainly put us through our paces in training. But going through what we did together, the horrible hockey sessions, the grueling gym routines, the trips away, the challenging meetings, all of that created a real special bond between us. And yes, the 31 of us may have been in competition for places against one another. But actually, those team connections were 10 times more important than any one individual star player. And that team cohesiveness was what made us compete out in Rio. Out in Rio itself, we had decided as a team to all come off social media and had created our own little bubble. Having said that, it is very hard to ignore some of the distractions of being in an athlete's village with all the top athletes in the world. My brother has always said to me, "Can't believe you don't get me their autographs." And I always reply, "I have to play it cool, we are all there to do the same job after all." However, I must admit, I did ask Usain Bolt and Andy Murray for a cheeky photograph on the first day. Now I'm going to fast forward things. So after our 7th straight win, which was against New Zealand in the semi-final, we came together as a team on the pitch in a huddle, and we looked at one another, and our captain just said, "One more game. One more game." And for me, this was one of the standout moments of the Games, because previously, we would have just been happy to have made it to a final. However, it was so powerful standing there as a team with that genuine belief that we could go out there and win that gold medal in 2 days' time, and we were not going to settle for a silver medal without a fight. Going into that Olympic final against Holland, we knew what to expect. They were and still are #1 in the world and were definitely the favourites. However, we also knew that we were a great team, and as long as we stayed in it throughout the game, defended well and took our chances, then we stood a chance. Now, I'm sure some of you here today were watching that final, and we were certainly under pressure. However, when that final whistle went and we were going to penalties, I just knew we were going to win. And I know that may sound very easy to say, but we had beaten them before on penalties, and when you looked over at the Dutch bench, their coach had her head in her hands and the players looked deflated. Now, I've mentioned small percentages. Well, prior to the final, our goalie had watched every bit of footage she could find of the Dutch players taking penalties and had written down their favourite routines in her little red book or on her drinks bottle. She had always said if someone has a favourite routine or a default habit, in the pressure of an Olympic final, they're going to go back to what they know and what they feel comfortable with. And as it happens, she was right about 4 of the 5 players. However, one girl stepped up that she had never seen take one before. However, she still got her book out, pretended to read it, even though she had nothing written down about the girl, just so that she could get inside her head and pretend that she knew what she was doing. Well, the rest is history. Winning an Olympic gold medal is still a very surreal thing, and it does go to show that dreams can come true. But reflecting back now, I think about what it has taken me and the team to get to this point. Certainly an awful lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, and emotion. But also I look back on when things weren't going so well. And those are the moments when you learn and you fight back, be it a non-selection or a poor performance. And I'm not just talking about it from a sporting perspective, but in all other areas of your life. How you reflect and bounce back from those setbacks can make all the difference. To all you graduates, I want to wish you the best of luck wherever life takes you next. It's inevitable there may be some bumps along the way, but getting through those and coming out stronger only makes the good times even better. Thank you very much.
Professor Jason Whittaker will continue presenting graduates who are receiving their awards this morning.
Pro-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the remaining graduates receiving awards from the School of English and Journalism this morning. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Journalism, Lewis William Foster. Chloe Galbraith. Liam Gibbs. Patrick Goldsborough. Elliot Matthew Hawkins. Samuel Hewitt. Lauren Hines. Kieran Carl Hymas. Catherine Jones. Emily Ursula Jones. Anil Aaron Lale. Matthew Lazenby. Chloe Marwood. Emily Monsey. Maximilian Nordstrom. Liam Odell. Theodore Osborne. Ryan Peterson. Gemma Roth. Teresa Brandel Sand. Tessa Leanne Snart. Jack Surfleet. Megan Taylor. Faye Tom Kotovitz. Laura Jane Ward. Cara Watling. James Anthony Williams. Jasmine Zenobia Woodward. Lucy Wright. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Journalism Investigative, Rebecca Speed. Nathan Speller. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Journalism and Public Relations, Jodie Andrews. Georgie Rachel Lane. Barnaby Packer. Sophie Schoenmaker. Megan Windsor. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Public Relations, Sarah Anastasia Bazanko Botosh. Charles Cox. Jonathan James Kenneth Hadley. Heather King. Annabelle Nell. Sophie May. J. Alice Nyang. Deborah Owusu. Molly Richardson. Jessica Seddon. Fiona Alexandra Williams. Lauren Wood. That concludes the presentation of awards from the School of English and Journalism.
Kathy Thomas, Head of School, will present graduands from the School of Sport and Exercise Science.
Pro-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the graduands receiving research awards from the School of Sport and Exercise Science. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Sport and Exercise Science. For their thesis, The Effects of Biomechanical Biofeedback on Complex Motor Skill Development, Anthony Gorman. Pro-Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the graduands receiving postgraduate awards from the School of Sport and Exercise Science. Degree of Master of Science in Sports Science, Charlotte Griffith. Stuart Kirk. Alison Michelle. Pro-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the graduands receiving first awards from School of Sport and Exercise Science. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Physical Activity and Health Development, Nathan Cruikshank. Aaron Darmy. Tina Michelle Elbicam. Kaylee Hopwood. Rebecca Linda Ibbs. Heather McCree. Hugo Parry. Kyla Siggy. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Sport and Exercise Science, Neve Anderson. Samuel James Argyle. Peter Ball. Brad Bannister. Amy Jane Barnes-Ford. Jordan Ashley Bates. Jake Brown. Gemma Rachel Chadwick. Sonia Chapman. Jamie Connor. Connor Cooper. Ellen Rebecca Davies. Laura Jane Dawson. Grace Dunham. Yasmin Alexandra Goxin. Matthew James Grapes. Warren Michael Hart. Aaron James Heaney. Katie Maloney. Zoe Marley. Jonathan McNulty. Hannah May Middlebrook. Sachin Hitten Mystery. Amber Moss. Levi Jade Naylor. James Nichols. Darshana Pooja Espita. William Poole. Dale Randerson. Jack Rounsley. Abigail Laura Salt. Matthew Saunders. Christopher Luke Skipper. Kai Smith. Jack Trench. Charlie James Wanstall. Lewis Weaver. Diploma of Higher Education in Sport and Exercise Science. Emily Gurney. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Sport Development and Coaching. Eleanor Bennington. Christina Chayette. Lauren Comrie Lang. Stephen Edward Dallamore. Connor Dane. Jack Frederick Dosres Silva. Robert Anthony Walker Gibson. William Richard Gray. Joseph Green. Ryan Joshua Grundy. Zoe Nicole Hopewell. Alexander John. Hayley Jane Kirk. Courtney Lawrence. Oliver Lindsay. Longdon, Melissa Mamwell, Ewan Morris, Gemma Mumby, Heather Pettit, Amy Prickett, Kieran Rayner Mystery, Daniel Sheehan, Laura Steele, Bradley Sullivan, Alex Tipper, Adam Tudbury, Daniel Wilson, Liam Youngs, that concludes the presentation awards this morning.
We now invite James Anthony Williams to say a few words on behalf of those graduating this morning.
Pro-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, families and friends. I would like to start by saying it's an honour and a privilege to be here today as a student and for being invited to give this speech on behalf of my fellow students. It's crazy to think 3 years have passed since we began studying at the University of Lincoln. Now, 3 years on, we are gathered here at today's graduation ceremony to celebrate and reflect on our time and our achievements at the university. We all came from various different parts of the country and the world, and Lincoln became our home for large parts of the last few years. I feel so lucky to have studied in this great city and to be graduating in this beautiful cathedral, which actually won Twitter's Cathedral World Cup in November last year. I'd love to say that World Cup victory makes the fact football never came home this summer just a bit more bearable, but I'd be lying. I'd like to think I can speak on behalf of all the students graduating today when I say we've made friends for life here at the University of Lincoln. Through the course we studied, the societies we joined, or the sports teams we played in, we have all shared some incredible experiences and made memories that will stay with us forever. Of course, we had to work hard, and at various points in our 3 years, we had to overcome adversity and difficult times. There was nothing worse than watching from behind the barriers at the level crossing as the 0855 train to Newark seemed to take forever to go by and left you perilously close to being late for the 9 a.m. lecture. But please note, I never said any of us were actually late. In all seriousness, there were challenges. I'm sure writing a dissertation seemed impossible to many of us. It certainly did to me, but we did it. And for some, juggling the numerous deadlines we had to meet with our social lives was tough. But I know many of us still managed to make it to Quack on a Wednesday night. The whole range of experiences and emotions we've gone through in our time at university have helped to develop us as people ready to embrace life after university or indeed further study. This graduation ceremony is a great opportunity to acknowledge and thank those who helped to make our time at the University of Lincoln a success. So thank you to the lecturers, tutors, and university staff who took a lot of time and often patience with us over these 3 years and pushed us to achieve. Thank you also to our families and friends whose love and support we may have taken for granted at times. At this point, I also think it's important to remember those who can't be with us today, relatives or friends who have supported us and helped guide us to this point in our lives. Jonathan Taylor, a much-loved tutor, colleague, and friend to many staff and students here today, tragically passed away during our first year at university. His enthusiasm for teaching and sharing his expertise within the School of English and Journalism made him hugely popular. I'm sure Jonathan and all those who aren't with us today are watching over us with immense pride. I'd like to finish by reflecting on the words of a man who was awarded an honorary doctorate by the University of Lincoln at a graduation ceremony this time last year. Squadron Leader George Johnny Johnson from Lincolnshire is the last surviving British member of the Dam Busters raid that took place in the Second World War. A hero who showed remarkable bravery and courage at the age of just 21. At the graduation ceremony last year, he spoke of how we must never lose our motivation, tenacity, and drive to succeed in whatever we choose to do with our lives. He said he lived his life by the mantra, "Perseverance conquers," and urged those graduating that day to do the same. Class of 2018, celebrating our graduation here today, we've persevered and we have conquered. Now let's go and do the same in the next chapter of our lives. Thank you.
Well played, James. It's a cracking speech. Thank you. Our ceremony today is now drawing to its close. Our thanks go to our guests for the support they have given to the university and its students over the years. We hope you will continue to be in touch. We also hope that you, our graduates, will keep in touch through the alumni network, not only with each other, but also with your university, and watch the future progress with pride as we will watch yours. As graduates, I invite you to take your rightful places in the academic procession as we move from the Cathedral across to the castle grounds, where the alumni celebration reception has been prepared for everyone here. All that now remains is for me to express the university's warmest best wishes to you in the words of an old Celtic blessing. May the road rise up before you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may your God hold you in the hollow of his hand. Congratulations to you all. Well done.
Our ceremony is now concluded. The academic procession will leave the platform and make its way through the great west door and across Castle Square. As it passes, our new graduates will themselves take their places in the procession and leave the cathedral. As they do so, please stay in your places and give them a final round of applause before you join them in the castle grounds. Please all rise for the full academic procession.
So I'll start with radio mic 6. That's absolutely fine, isn't it? Okay. I'll try the next one.